Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are talking about Hedera Hashgraph, and the question I want to bring forward is, what will make the switch finally be flipped when it comes to Hedera Hashgraph? And what will happen after the switch is finally flipped in regards to HBAR's price? Well, before I go into any information, I want to play a little clip here of Christian Hasker going into detail about the topic of today's video.
What I want to reassure everyone of is the things that other networks do are easy. That is easy marketing. Here's my coin, stake my coin, give me a return. Here's my node, run my node, give me a return. That's easy. When the regulatory environment is right and we feel comfortable and the council feels comfortable, we can do all of those things. No problem. But other networks cannot flip a switch overnight and have hundreds of use cases solving real problems for real businesses on their network.
A very important thing to note from this little clip here is that Hedera can actually handle the switch being flipped. Other networks cannot, even if it does get flipped in the first place. And what's going to flip it? Enterprise use cases going live. We saw this kind of happen here with Atma.io, that instant gratification overnight, wake up, bing bam bosh, you were up here with this high TPS that you weren't the night before. And we predicted this on the channel, noticing the pre-funded Atma actual account. And a very important thing to note going forward is the actual funds with the HBARs was from a grant from the HBAR Foundation. And after the funds went out, the funds to continue use case growing will be bought on open market, more demand for HBAR itself. So what's going to increase the price is these enterprise use cases going live. I believe the actual entities are actually attending the governing council meetings and whatnot are looking to and are deploying use cases in the short term or long term future. So the highest we have here is DLA Piper, Dell, Swirlds. Honorable mentions we also have is Aberdeen, Boeing, Google, Shinhan Bank, Avery Dennison, and on the lower side we have the Deutsche Telekom, Ubisoft, and Wipro. So for the rest of the video, I want to focus on the high percentage rate attendees of the governing council. So firstly, we have DLA Piper with Toko. We've spoken about tokenization on the channel before, huge market. Toko built on Hedera. So here we have new information. Dubai introduces virtual assets regulations in partnership with DLA Piper. Yes, tokenization, a huge hurdle is regulation, and they're making such huge progress that we see DLA Piper constantly on the channel in Dubai. Little part I want to read here further down so we can see that, yes, so our work has included benchmarking approaches to virtual assets regulation across over 20 countries to identify the best practices which will help VARA deliver on its objectives and establish Dubai as a leader in the virtual assets sector. Also, do not forget that with Toko tokenization engine, you can see here, $500 million, $500 million of value tokenized securities, remember, built on Hedera. And Toko is something to keep your eye on for two reasons, right? For the proper standards, proper framework in place, tokenization is really going to take off, and also being the next generation of markets, this is going to be huge for Hedera and HBAR, its native token. Also, another 100% attendee, Dell, D-E-L-L, joined the Governing Council 7th of February 2023. We can see have their own Hedera node, developing applications on the Hedera network for highly decentralized mission-critical environments such as edge computing, and openly sharing its results for the industry's collective learning. Now, partner-wise, we can see solution providers, distributors, cloud service providers, OEM partners, system integrators, and federal partners. So if you have actually a look at the actual results here, 3,172. Right? When it comes to these sectors, it really is up to your imagination. Right? For example, you go to military and defense, right? Huge search here. We can see 104 results. Even if we think about hospitality and travel, right? If we search there, we can probably see once it comes up around 123. We also saw in a recent interview with Hedera, Steve Todd stating, VP of Data Innovation and Strategy, stating that Dell manages or manufactures a lot of the infrastructure and plumbing that runs the internet today. This is huge, right? I'm expecting big use cases, big things going forward with Dell. Also, when it comes to Dell's PC unit shipment share in the US in 2013 to 2022, we know that in the fourth quarter of 2022, Dell shipped 23.4% of all PC units in the US and 31.7% in the first quarter of 2020. This, you don't see this with any other project. when it comes to governing council being involved with any other projects involved in this space. Also, could we see Avery Dennison expand even further? On the 12th February, we saw them sign an agreement to acquire Thermopatch, a leader in industrial laundry labeling, heat transfers, and emblems on textiles. Thermopatch had revenues of approximately $40 million in 2022 for around 200 employees. This is a huge step and a huge move forward for Avery Dennison. Also, looking towards other governing council members with high percentages, Google being one of them at 96%, nearly 100. We can see in the most recent governing council meeting minutes, Google Cloud announced they'll be hosting next meeting at their headquarters in Cali, a new level of commitment going forward. And we also know in recent news that Google invested $400 million in AI firm working on a chat GPT rival. Just one new example of AI we can see here is Humans AI. Users can now access wrapped AI NFTs on the Hedera network. As I said before in the previous video with Quant Network, it doesn't matter what the season is, especially with Hedera Hashgraph being known as that leading DLT, whether it's supply chain, gaming, CBDCs, AI, Web3, all being built on Hedera going forward. I do want to see more heavy hitters deploy more use cases like Avery Dennison, and we're going to see the switch being flipped time and time again. If we go to the yearly chart here, in a year's time from now, it's going to be levels each time going forward. I think it's a very good indicator to look at the percentage rates of the attendance of these governing council members. Avery Dennison, Amadeo, 87%. I'd be looking at Shinhan Bank, Google, Boeing, and Aberdeen, and these 100% attendees going forward. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Made it far. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.